Hey guys, in this part of the tutorial we're going to look how to make a super move for your character. It's pretty much the same as making a special move that costs power, only you'll have a super pulse which shows your super activation sparks, and also the move's a lot more powerful, and if you finish with a move you can create explosive KO effects and stuff like that. I've just created a basic animation. I've just basically stole his punches, his crouching strong punch, then he's going to go into a bow and then do a sliding kick to finish player 2 off with. So I'm going to start coding that now. I'm going to use no physics for this because I'm going to do it's kind of like a King of Fighters super where he slides across the floor whilst attacking. So make sure you deplete the power when entering the state. So I'm only going to use one chunk of the power meter, so I'll do minus 1000. Make sure you face player 2. Like always, I'm just going to make sure the move works properly first before I add any hits in or anything. So you always want to change back to stance when your animation's finished, or if you have a different state you need to change to. So I want to add some velocity. I'm actually going to copy and paste this 4 times because I want velocity to be applied and stop at 2 different times. So I want the movement to start from frame 2. Just try 4. The movement should stop on frame 17. Then I want the sliding kick movement to start on frame 38 and stop on the next one, which would be 39. I'm going to make the movement of the sliding kick quite fast, so basically after he's done his bow, player 2 will be descending from being hit up in the air, and then as they come down he'll do the sliding kick, and I'd probably make them bounce off the wall as well. So let's just see how that looks first. Yeah, I won't make a command for it just yet. I always like to use light punch just to quickly see and check how it works.
Fight.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the movement I wanted. It's not going to be the best looking super in the world, but just gives you an idea of how to create a super move. One of the main things you're going to need is a super pulse. This basically freezes the screen, darkens the screen, and basically shows you a super's being activated. So I'm going to activate that on frame 1. You can obviously activate it when you need to. Be careful on activating it, say, in later frames, because if your frame 1 and frame 2 aren't hits and you activate it on frame 3, he could probably be hit out of the super in these 2 frames. That's when you'd add a not hit by. The time is the amount of time you want it to pause for. The animation, if you already have a super pause animation, then you might want to add that in. If not, then it uses the default Mugen super activation sprites. I have no idea. I'm just going to guess the position. We'll adjust it if it looks bad. So let's see how that looks.
Fight.
Oh, so it wasn't far off, so let's just move that out a bit and down a little.
Fight.
Nope, too far. Let's try that.
Fight.
Oh, that'll do. Right, so now we need to create our hitdefs. I don't think I've actually got a... Yeah, I have got a super activation sound. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to add some wind sound quickly as well. So I've managed to write down my hit frames to save me looking back at the animation all the time. So I'll probably likely do a wind sound a frame before the attack frame. So 3, 8, 12. Whoops, I don't want to do it on the attack frame. So it's 2, 7, 11. And 12. Right, so 18 and 37 is the next one. I'm obviously going to use the kick-in wind sound for the last frame. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and add the hit defs in now. This might take some adjusting, but that's fine. The first 3 hits I can keep in the same hit def, but I'll need to adjust. I'll just double check what frames I need to adjust. So that will be fine. That's fine. That's fine. So yeah, I'd need to make a separate hit def for frame 13 because I want player 2 to play a get hit in the stomach animation. So whoops. and obviously have a separate hit def for the kick as well. Just adjust the damage, make it hyper attack. Can hit a falling opponent, can't guard it in the air. You can adjust these to suit you as well. Super sparks. Just give it enough slide and hit time. I don't want each hit to push back player 2 too far, because I want to make sure every hit connects. Let's do 5, -5, that'd be fine. Not too much guard velocity either. Let's do 4. So you don't want to gain or give power during the super. Well, you can give power, but that's up to you. So I want to make sure frame 13 hits player 2 low. Right, so on the final hit, what I'm going to do is send player 2 against the wall. If you want to do this, I mean, I can show you the code now, but it's actually in Kung Fu Man's special version of his Kung Fu palm, where he hits them against the wall. It's basically player 2 state number equals 1025, and that will send player 2 to a custom hit state, which is what I want to do. I will actually do a tutorial on how to send player 2 into a custom state, but it's already there for you to copy and paste anyway, as long as you've got the correct animations added in as well. I think I'm missing a frame. 3, 8, 12, 13, 19. Need a separate hit def for 19 to launch player 2 in the air. So we need to add the full parameter. Whoops. I think that's all done now. So let's see how that looks now.
Fight.
Okay, so he missed the last kick, but that's just due to me not having any acceleration for player 2. So for the launching attack, I'm going to put YXL equals 0.5.
Fight.
Oh, and I'm also going to add a more impactful sound on the last kick. And maybe the gong when he bows.
Fight.
So I didn't actually quite see if that hit player 2 off the wall. Oh, that's because I left the player 2 state number out. Let's try again.
Fight.
So yeah, that worked fine. Obviously you can add like sounds and voices now. Everything seems to have worked though. Obviously when you make your command, just make sure you have this line omitted, which is power is greater than or equal to, and then the minimum amount of power required. So if it's a level 3 move, you want to change that to 3000. I'm just going to add some voices in just to make it sound a little bit better. Right, so I've added in my sounds just to save time. One thing I did notice is he's quite close to player 2 when doing the attacks. There's no sort of space between them. So you can just add a whip state controller in. Use, say for example, if it's like a throw-in type super, use an edge width for 25 for both, I think it's front and back, or for player 2 and player 1. Basically that stops you overlapping player 2 in the corner. Or you can use value, which is both the player and the edge width combined. So I'm just going to give it a trigger here. Just going to make sure everything before frame 19 has width, just so he doesn't get too close.
Fight.
Yeah, so that seems fine. Yeah, so basically that's how you make a super move. Yours may vary whatever move you're doing, but it's pretty much the exact same as making a special move. The only difference is it costs more power, it's more damaging, and it has a super pulse. The next tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a helper, whether it's a projectile or an assist. Thanks for watching.